Students ask me about YouTube all the time while I'm substitute teaching, and today I'm going to give you the answers to the most common questions. Welcome back to Capo TV, the channel where we know school is a joke and you don't want to be the punchline. If this is your first time here and you also think school is a joke and you want to take back control of your education, then hit that subscribe button now. When I substitute in a class, some students are more interested in talking about YouTube than they are in doing the worksheets that are left for them. So I thought it would be fun to take all of you through the list of questions that I get asked the most. The first question they ask is almost always, do you get paid? As of this recording, Capo TV generates a whopping $7 a month in ad revenue. Now, to be fair, that's more than a lot of channels generate because they gave up about 141 videos ago. The next question is, how does that work? How do you put ads on your channel? Do you get to pick the ads that go on your channel? Will YouTube send you a check? Enabling your channel for ads is a simple process that happens with a click of a button, and nowadays you need at least 10,000 views to do it, but it's still really easy. And no, the creator does not get to choose which ads go on which videos. That's up to the AdSense program, and that's up to Google and the advertisers. And as far as YouTube sending a check, I don't really know if they send paper checks anymore. I think it's just direct deposit to checking account or PayPal, but I wouldn't know yet because I haven't reached the $100 threshold to actually receive a payment. So once we get all the financial details out of the way, they move on to real questions like, is it hard to make videos? Videos like this where it's a fixed camera with fixed lighting, a microphone, and a background, they're not that hard to make once you have everything set up and you know how to use it. Videos that I made way back in the day, like I Miss You Honey or Detritus, that are like short stories, those were difficult to make only because it required a lot of camera angles and a lot of extra shots to be put together later in editing. Overall though, I'd say videos are not that hard to make once you have a system down, like this one. Next up, they ask, what do you use to make the videos? Well, I use a camera, I use a microphone, I use lights, I use tripod, I use all the basic stuff that any YouTuber would use to make these videos. And last year sometime I did a Capo TV gear tour, and I'll put a card up above if you want to go check that out. It's a little outdated now, but maybe in the future I'll do another full what do I use to make YouTube videos video. Of course, this leads them to ask, how long does it take to make a video? Videos like this, where it's just me talking to the camera in a fixed location, I can record them in about 30 minutes, and then the editing will maybe take me 2 hours total. Then you gotta add in the thumbnail, the text for the description, the tags, all this other stuff. So I'd say a simple video like this, where I'm not gonna add in any extra like cutaways or graphics or anything like that, probably 3.5 to 4 hours all said and done. That's if I focus and work on it directly. Now, more elaborate videos that require multiple shots and angles and all this other stuff, those in the past have taken me days to finish. But I'd say right now the average video on Capo TV takes about 3 to 5 hours from start to finish. Alright, now that they got all the questions about my channel out of the way, they want to ask about their own channel. They say, I've got a YouTube channel, but no one subscribes. Why? Well, do you have a real channel, or do you just upload gameplay videos with no commentary whatsoever? Do you even have a banner on your channel with an icon and a purpose? Is there any value for the viewer or reason for anyone to subscribe to your channel? Usually the answer to all those questions is negative. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert in growing a YouTube channel, but I did reach 1,000 subscribers, so that's something. And I didn't do it just by willy-nilly uploading videos. There is a strategy and there are tactics to growing a YouTube channel, and it all revolves around you, the viewer. Delivering what you want to see, making videos available for you to find. Okay, now we got questions about my channel out of the way, we got their channel out of the way, and now they want to ask, can I be in your videos? No. No, you cannot be in my videos because you are a student in high school and I am a substitute teacher. That's not a good combination. And finally, once they realize how silly that last question was, they ask, well, can you at least give me a shout out in one of your videos? No. Why would I do that? What would be the purpose of giving you, some random person, a shout out in one of my videos? That doesn't even make sense. What benefit does that have to you and what benefit does that have to me? That would be just as silly as you showing up in one of my videos. But if you also had a YouTube channel and you were doing some pretty good things, then yeah, maybe I would consider giving you a shout out. Otherwise, it's just kind of pointless. Do you have any other YouTube related questions for me? Leave a comment down below. I would be glad to talk about them and maybe I'll even make them into a future video. And if this was the first time you've ever been here to Capo TV and you also think school is a joke, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.